I told the guys after the game that there's a big difference between our game Thursday against Charleston and the game today. Felt the game on Thursday, Charleston did everything that we said we wanted to take away. And today, Wilmington did everything that we said we needed to make them do to beat us. And to their credit, they did it at a really high level. Obviously, 17 made threes on 30 shots is an incredible number. And we wanted to keep the ball in the paint, which we did for the most part, keep them off the foul line, which we did for the most part. And they got going from behind the arc and never really stopped. So, I was disappointed. I think we can do it. I think we can do our defensive plan better, and play with a little more activity on that end of the floor. But it was a different feel after this one than the Charleston game. Yeah, I thought offensively that was one of our better halves that we've had in a while. And the guys shared the ball well and ran good offense, stepped up and made shots with confidence, got to the foul line. So I thought we did some really good stuff on that end of the floor in the second half. We just couldn't get any stops. Yeah, that's a good question. I thought we got in the paint quite a bit, especially early on in the first half, and I thought we took some really tough shots, and guys tried to force it in there. They do a good job protecting the rim with their bigs, and some of the threes that we got as the game wore on, we'd get in there, we'd play off 2 feet, we'd kick it back out. So I think it's just a matter of taking a little better ones when we get in there, and whether it be at the rim or in the mid-range, and I think we did a little better job of that in the second half. Yeah, so coming into the game, they had a 12-game win streak, and saw the statistic that during their 12-game win streak, they were averaging 12 layups a game. And during their game against Elon on Thursday night, they took a total of 3. And they shoot around 30% from 3 as a team, and they've got plenty of guys that are capable of shooters. Obviously, we saw that tonight. But if you look at the numbers and how to play them, they live getting to the rim and getting to the foul line. And so we wanted to just be really aware of that. And probably the only place that they scored a little more than I'd like to see was in transition. Well, he hit a couple early on that we said, hey, he's a 30% shooter, and they're gonna make him as long as they're gonna make some as long as we do a great job contesting. He obviously had one of those games where I think the basket looked pretty big for him by the end, and capped it off by banking one in from 25 feet, which sometimes it's just your night. So we just talked about being more aware of getting out to them with more urgency, but at the same time, the game was kind of still a 12 to 15 point game for most of it, so we just felt like if we could just string together a couple of stops, we were scoring the ball, we could try to get it within striking distance, and those stops just never came. Yeah, I think I'm sure that loss refocused them a little bit, as it typically does for anybody. They were playing such good basketball. They'd won a lot of close games in that streak, and sometimes you go down and Elon played a great game against them, and a lot of times the team loses and they sit back and refocus and what do we got to do better, and I don't think anybody thought anyone was going to run the table in the league, so you knew there's going to be a loss at some point, but they certainly came in with they played well today. So the big thing we'll do is be able to practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which is nice. It's the second time we can do that, and I don't even know when, just because of all the reschedules. I think it's going to be just continuing to get better. We've tried to kind of go in incremental steps of improvement, and we certainly got to talk about our defensive effort and making sure we're getting out to shooters. We've done such a great job defending the three-point line up until this game, and we got to just refocus on that. But obviously we're going up against a terrific team in Towson in their building, who absolutely took it to us when we played them here. So we'll have to have a good focus on the best way to defend those guys.